Welcome to the Family Podcast with Tom Bernard and
co-host Catherine Brandt,
Alex Brandt Bernard Rasmussen,
Andy Brandt Bernard,
and Kristen Burt.
Magnificent. So we were just talking about weather all across the United States.
Oh boy!
Oh man,
Kristen, you said it was 36 there last night.
36 last night. It's 43 right now at 8:30 in the morning.
Wow.
It's chilly.
in Los Angeles.
In
happens.
Los Angeles. We had about a week of rain, and so the temperatures have dipped down. But by next week, it'll be mid-70s to low 80s.
You know, it's funny. Whenever we have a real winter, we used to call it in Minnesota.
Yeah,
if it was really
yeah.
cold and really snowy,
Yep.
it was a real winter. And now it's like, I don't know. Florida hasn't had this kind of cold in something
long
like
time.
15 years,
Yeah.
and Minnesota hasn't had that much snow in a long time, and these things happen.
It's a cold year. I don't know if it's another polar vortex or what, but I do remember 2018 to 2019, I think. That was a cold,
huge
miserable year.
Snowstorm in April, I remember. 'Cause my niece's birthday
Yeah.
party got canceled.
Yeah.
That was a really snowy year.
Yeah.
I will never forget 914 14th Avenue North. Or is it 917? It was 917 14th Avenue North. The house is no longer there, but I remember having just a wonderful time hanging around that place and talking about all the stuff you guys are talking about now. It just gives me some great old memories. You know what I mean?
Talking about the
Outside
weather.
in the snow.
What's that? Yeah, just schmoozing about what are you going to do today, talking about the weather. You don't hear this kind of conversation much anymore. You used to on the streets and all that stuff, but you don't hear that much anymore, which is unfortunate.
Well, people
we're
stay away
having
from
a-
the streets now.
Yeah.
Well, that's true too.
That's very true.
Does anyone know their neighbor? That's the other thing.
I know.
This building
All
is
of my
very
neighbors
friendly.
Yeah, we know our neighbors, but we also live in a small town where that's kind of like expected.
Yeah.
Alex, you know all your
Our
neighbors.
neighbors
pretty much.
run around our neighborhood like feral children with the other neighbor kids. So
That's really nice.
And
There
one of
you
our
go.
neighbor
Oh,
dogs
Alex.
is certain that she is now our dog.
no.
The other day, we got home from karate, and Ethan wanted to check the mail. So we were going.
Ethan wanted to check.
Yep, he loves checking the mail.
Kids love checking the
Yep.
mail.
He wants to be the.
Was he 4?
Kids
I was
love
the
checking
postman and he was the package man. We had to deliver everything to mom.
Yes.
But we were walking down the driveway, and our neighbor dog Indy saw us walking down the driveway and just bolted across the street into our garage. She was like, "Oh, it's time for me to be your dog again, is it?"
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
They like to visit. Their
Yeah,
neighbors.
she's a golden retriever, so she's like,
Oh, well.
Oh,
She'll be
she's
anyone's
friends with
dog
everybody.
ever.
Yep, though she should just jump in someone's truck and go along with them forever if
Retrievers
if
are
they were like, "Hey,
So-
I got a ball."
Yep.
So, Alex,
Yes.
I ordered one of those blue light bug things
Yeah, it's disgusting and
that
amazing.
you have.
Yeah, we have those
Why
too.
didn't you tell me that I had
I told
20
you.
billion bugs
I told
in my
you
house?
they were. It's
How
going
is
to be
this possible?
disgusting. I told you. It's crazy.
Are you talking about like sticky trap thingies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
You
You
awful.
just plug into
Ugh.
your
So,
wall.
Yep.
It's
It's almost
unbelievable.
all fruit. It's all fruit flies.
I was going to
Yeah.
say fruit flies. Yeah.
We had a
Right.
lot of fruit
I
flies
did
last
not
year.
know.
It's insane.
I did not know
You'll
that
get a
there was at
mosquito and a
least
fly in there every once in a while, and yeah,
Yep.
it's nuts. Even it's the dead of winter. I
know.
And I'm still using
Well,
it.
Yeah. Yep.
They love drains too, like the fruit flies. Like,
Yes,
We have
they
had
do.
Oh,
we've
yeah.
had a
Drain.
crazy fruit fly drain issue. We've never had it, but this winter Dan's been pouring pots of boiling water down the drain to try to kill them every few weeks because all of a sudden they'll just be everywhere. Not everywhere, but like you know,
gotta
you
kill
just see
the
'em.
eggs because they reproduce so
Yeah,
quickly.
you see 'em.
Ish.
Yeah, I know, and
Yep.
it's just like it's disgusting, and
Yeah,
they're everywhere.
Tom buys a lot of bananas.
Oh yeah,
I love
they love
bananas.
bananas.
They were coming in on the bananas.
We always have
Bananas.
8,000 pounds of fruit on our countertop because of my children, and I mean Dan and I eat a lot of fruit too. So yeah, it's unavoidable.
See?
Yeah,
But
I
we
mean,
have a
but they are very effective.
We have the trap
They are.
right by the fruit.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. You guys are talking about catching bugs.
I cannot. If people have fruit flies, these
Seriously.
things really do catch
What are they
a
called?
ton
They're
of them.
called
What is it? I know we need to know what the contraption is.
I think
'Cause we
it's
get them
called-
in the summer in Los Angeles, and they're annoying.
It's
Yeah.
either Veo fly or Velo fly. Let me look on Amazon. I have.
Well, she's looking it up. I can.
I just threw away the package yesterday.
Last year we had a fruit fly problem. And because
Zevo.
we literally
Zevo fly,
Zevo?
that's what it is.
Is
But
that what
there's
it is?
also Veo, it's the same thing.
but
Zevo, oh, I see it right here. ZevoInsect.com. Anyone looking for it? I'm sure you can get it on Amazon.
You can
too.
get it
Yeah,
on
you have, to,
Amazon,
you have to
yes.
keep buying the sticky things that go in them, which
Of course, they
is,
trap
of course.
you in.
But I mean, how else
Well,
are you
no,
going to
it's like
trap
because it
them?
fills up with bugs.
yeah.
Yeah,
It does
we-
fill up with bugs.
Yeah, the brand
Oh,
that
it's a blue
Yeah.
and UV light. Okay.
The
Yep.
brand that I order is Veo Fly, but it's the same thing, and it's from Amazon. And yeah, it's just like a thing that you plug into your wall, and you put a little sticky piece of paper on it, and the stickiness faces the wall, so you don't see any
Yeah, you don't
of the
see all
bugs.
these. Yeah, that would
And
be
it
gross.
just is like a low blue light, and it catches. Like I'd say every other week you have to change it out
Yikes.
all year
Oh,
long
wow.
because of
Magnificent.
constant bugs.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, well, look.
Yeah,
at
we were
that.
making traps out of like soapy water and apple cider vinegar.
Oh yeah, I
and
used to do that.
Yeah.
This works way
Yeah.
better.
It does.
It works way
does work
better.
better.
Yeah, it's $29.97 for 2 of the lights and
Yep.
6 traps, and then you can just keep buying the traps.
Donnell
It's
wants
a-
to know how Jude's scans and tests went yesterday.
Yep.
I will find out today.
it.
Apparently, I don't know if I just wasn't taking in what they were saying or whatever, but it was an echocardiogram yesterday.
So I
Not
thought you said
a
it was
scan of.
yeah, I thought you said it was a bladder ultrasound.
That's what I thought they were going to do, but apparently it's just was an echocardiogram.
Oh, okay then.
Different part of the body.
$500
That's
for that.
shocking. It was only that much. Usually,
I
when a
know.
dog
Really?
has something going
That
on, it's
sounds
like
really
at least
cheap to me.
$2,000, $3,000.
Oh yeah, Hobbs died 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago at this point. And God, the last couple months of his life, he was going in and he'd get scans, and it was like $1,500, $2,000 every month.
Yeah, it's like having an old pet.
It's the worst.
And then putting a pet down
Yep.
is expensive. And yeah, it's just.
Well, and a lot of vets have been taken over by private equity, so the costs have risen
yeah.
astronomically over the last 5-6 years. We go to an independent vet, like, privately owned, but I'll tell you, they get snatched up really fast because it becomes expensive to practice medicine, whether it's on animals or humans.
Oh, vets get paid very, very well, so I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Well, up in Minnesota, I have a vet that's been in North Minneapolis for, I don't even know, 50 years. They still write everything down on pieces of paper. They bill on pieces of paper. They're not digital at all.
School.
They are old school, but they're so reasonable. I go in there and I'm like, this is peanuts compared to the vets down in Florida. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can bounce back and forth then. Everything's good to go.
I know, but it's just, ay.
They'll figure
Poor
out someday
Jude.
to charge high prices here and high taxes in Minnesota. Oh, that's right. They already did.
Yeah, no matter where you
the
go,
price-
it's expensive in some way.
Exactly.
And Trevor said you can buy pet insurance, and that is costly and scammy as well. Yeah, they cover certain things and not others.
Really?
I was getting my hair cut the other day, and I was talking to my stylist about Jude because she's got dogs, and we always talk about our dogs. And she said that she has pet insurance, and it pays for vaccinations. It doesn't pay for scans. It doesn't maybe one X-ray a year or something like that. It doesn't cover blood tests.
Oh, wow.
It's like, but it does the well checks and the vaccinations and some other small-ish thing. I'm like,
But it's like $80 to bring my cat in for a check. A wellness
Right.
check.
Oh, yeah.
That's like
I was
nothing.
gonna say,
you
yeah,
know,
like
it's-
a wellness check's like $100 or something. It's not.
and it
no,
also
ours is 80.
and your and how much. It's just like regular insurance. It depends on how old the dog is and the cat. They
Yeah.
raise the prices
And how
all
big
the
the
time.
Yeah.
dog.
When you
I
don't
won't
do
even,
blood
like,
work and the X-ray that you start getting.
I know, and I'm like, it doesn't seem like over a course of time you're going to save any money.
No, I'd rather just like have an account for the pets. You know what I mean?
Right.
Save the money up in case of emergency,
Yeah.
that type of thing. If you know that's what people are worried
Yeah, 'cause
about,
it's
then
like-
pay out this pet insurance.
knowing
Margaret
that you.
says she's. Oh, I was just going to read. Margaret said, I have pet insurance from
AKC, American Kennel Club.
AKC, and they don't cover much.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I mean, I think
So-
knowing you have an elderly pet, you just have to
Yeah.
keep $5,000 ready at any
Yeah,
time.
you just got to go get
Really.
a spare job at Home Depot to pay for your elderly dog.
for real.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I know. I was
ridiculous.
like, we went in a couple times with London just because she had constipation. And I was like, constipation doesn't seem that hard to solve, but they have to do the X-ray and the blood work to make sure that it's not something more significant. Which
Yeah,
I
ileus and
completely
stuff like that.
understand. Yeah, and so you're getting there and you're like, oh my gosh, and you're like, this was like $1,000
And how does
constipation visit.
How does a cat get constipated? They eat the same thing every day.
That's true.
Like what?
They need to, as they get older, sometimes they don't drink as much water, so you have to make
get
sure that they're like
dehydrated. Okay. Yeah.
dehydrated. And she didn't love our water fountain, so now we're like, with her wet food, it's just we're making it soup essentially, so
Yeah.
that she gets the water.
Okay,
It's fine.
that makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
It's just she's being dramatic, is really what she
Well-
is. She's like 6 pounds of drama.
That's fair for a cat.
Yeah.
Miralax in their food from DH 1962.
Louise.
That's exactly what the vet said.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, really? For
A teaspoon of Miralax in all animals' food will
Yeah.
help.
Psyllium
everything.
husk.
Yep,
Any type
psyllium.
of psyllium husk. Yep.
Yeah.
my dogs
All
do
right.
not deal with constipation. We go out on a walk and May'll poop 3 times. It's like, what is going on?
Well, they get a lot of exercise. That helps too.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for my pet story. Okay. So my impression, even though this dog to my right has been with us almost 13 years, he has never, ever once seen me come in the house before Nana. I always have Nana go in first and then I follow her. I was taught as a little kid that you be polite to people and that's all the rest of it. So I'd now like to do the pet part of it. I come home, I open the door. Now, does he know that I'm by myself? He should have by now, but here's the deal. So I come home, I come in, I'm Jude, and this hand is me. Okay, you ready?
Ready. Where is she?
Is Mom coming? Where's
Where
Mom?
is she?
Where's Mom? Why, yeah, great, you're here, good, but yeah. It's like, God, he looks behind me. He knows she's not back there, but he looks anyway.
Just in
Yeah.
case.
What's it
I
called?
guess just.
Pets like second, like the spare human. There you go. You're the spare human.
Oh, the spare
Spare.
human.
Spare human. Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Judy.
You look back at all those in your childhood, and I'm talking about all 5 of us here, going to other friends' houses when they had a lot of people in my neighborhood. My friends had a dog. A lot of them did. Some with cats as well. But it's just part of being American, isn't it? Having
Yeah.
pets.
It's so weird to me that there are people that don't have pets. Like it's strange.
Yeah,
I don't.
right.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Unless they have major allergies.
Well,
I always
yeah,
have to
yes,
say. Yeah.
that
We'll
makes
get to
sense.
that one thing.
But like, Dan
Or
has 2
you travel
brothers
a
that
lot.
don't have any pets, and they like growing up. Dan's family had 1 dog at one point, and that's it.
It's still a pet.
I know, but like, we had 7,000 animals surrounding us at any moment.
Oh yes, we.
And
did.
I'm just like,
Really
you
gotta
had
be long stocking.
you had 1 dog, your whole childhood. That's it. You just had a dog at some point. What?
The
Yeah, we
U.S.
always had cats in the house, and I do
Yeah.
find,
Yeah,
I
us
guess
too.
pet owners find it strange when people
Yes.
don't. And again, Catherine mentioned if you travel a lot, that makes complete sense. They
Yeah,
need
or
to
you're
be-
working 12-hour days and the animal's home alone all the time.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see
Well,
where,
yes,
why
I
do
understand.
it.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
understand that.
But when people are like, I just would never have a pet, and I mean, I guess it's good if they recognize that they don't want the responsibility of taking care of a pet. You have to like also respect that as well, because
Yeah.
some people are just like, I don't want the responsibility. Makes sense.
The
Somebody-
U.S. is number 4 in the world for dog ownership per capita.
That's number 1.
Only number 4?
Only number 4.
1 through 3
would
are
be-
closely tied, and then there's a big drop down to the U.S. 1 through 3 are Portugal, Hungary, and Brazil.
Ooh.
Very
I'll go
interesting.
to Hungary.
That is interesting.
But the U.S., 25,000 dogs per 100,000 people, so it's basically 1 dog per family of 4, if you think about it
How
that
about
way.
cat ownership?
Yeah.
Let's see.
She goes, how about cat owner?
I'm curious. I don't know where the U.S. falls in terms of that. 'cause I
Yeah.
feel
Probably
like other
not as
countries
high.
might-
I wish we could have
Yeah.
cats, but they make Dan's face explode, so we can't.
Oh, yeah.
Dan can stay downstairs.
Dan can have his own little. I remember one time, Dan's twin brother had a cat, and they were living together. And the cat typically was up in the attic where his brother lived when we were dating. And one time, the cat snuck into Dan's room and slept under his bed. He woke up and his face was so swollen. He could like barely open his eyes. I was like, oh my gosh, you're really allergic to cats.
Yeah.
I was like,
so
It
you
can be
witnessed
dangerous
this.
for
yeah,
people.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow, it can be. Yeah, that's true. I know we live in a pet-friendly building, and there's people in here that are trying to get it to be a non-pet friendly building. It's like, why do you move into a pet-friendly
Yeah.
building if you don't like animals?
Move into a
It'll
building that
never
Wait,
doesn't
but
allow
people
pets.
own that you. This
Yeah.
is ownership. That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
It
Yeah.
makes no
No.
sense. And it's like if you there are lots of condo buildings that are no animals, no pets, no dogs, no cats, nothing. They don't want any animals whatsoever. Move there. Don't move into a pet-friendly building.
I've never heard that in terms of like ownership, even in a condo building. I mean, of course, I've heard it for apartments where you're
Yeah.
renting. That makes
Yeah,
sense. But
yeah, yep.
that's
No.
crazy.
Yep.
The highest country with the most cat ownership by far is Russia.
Japan.
Russia. I was going to say
Oh,
Japan.
that kind of makes
No,
sense.
Japan is
I would
actually
never know.
16% of people own cats.
Oh.
Well, Japan has a major like you're never home
I was
culture.
going to say, yeah,
they're
like,
always
they're dying on the train because they work so much.
Yep,
That's
exactly. You're
the
either
whole
at
thing.
work
Yeah.
or you're doing extracurriculars for work or you're at school if you're young or you're
Yeah.
studying and no
Well,
one
but-
has any time to
But
take
that's
care of a
why
pet.
cats the perfect pet because they don't care if you're there anyway.
That is true.
As
You
long
would
as you're
think.
home at some
Ours
point to
too.
feed them. Well, yeah,
long as
if
there's
you
two.
are home, then they care if you're home. But if you're
Yeah.
somebody
Right.
that's
Right.
like not around much, they're like, whatever, see ya.
But
like,
59% of Russians own a cat.
Wow.
Whereas 43% of Americans own a cat. So, yeah, Russians love their cats apparently.
Good for them.
Amazing.
I
Didn't know
Good
that.
for Russia.
Another
South Korea,
Another great-
9%. That's quite low.
It is low.
Lord Darkstrider. What about South Korea? They're just going to start throwing states out there, throw countries out there. Is that the plan?
Apparently,
Maybe.
we have a surprise guest all of a
A
sudden.
surprise guest out of nowhere.
Whoa.
There he is.
Hey,
Oh,
Oh,
oh, look! What the hell? I thought you were. Well, you're out of town, aren't you?
I'm in San Diego right at the moment.
You're close to me.
Yeah.
Oh, am I? Yeah. God, the streets are covered with sand. They all got blown off the beach last night. It was blowing so hard.
Oh,
Yeah, it
really?
was so windy yesterday and rain. Did you have a lot of rain?
No rain. And actually, I'm in LA. I'm in Hermosa Beach right now.
Oh,
I'll
you're
be
in LA
San Diego.
then.
I'll be in San Diego this afternoon. So that's where the convention is. I was for an open house today. So no, I'm just calling in because the Supreme Court acted like Americans today and read the Constitution.
Oh, yeah?
What happened? What
Yeah.
happened?
I have no idea.
Tariffs.
They struck down tariffs.
No. I did not know
They
that.
said that the president does not. Well, the Congress doesn't have the right to secede their authority to the president. That there's not an emergency that's necessary to do this, and that the whole plan to use the Emergency Powers Act was ridiculous. And it was interesting. Barrett, she dissented on the. She didn't dissent. She concurred. So she didn't agree with some of the basis of it, but Roberts, Barrett, so they had the majority that they needed to strike it down. So all the tariffs are off the table today.
All of them?
No, the ones that he tried to put it under the emergency.
Okay, I was gonna
Powers
say.
Act. They're still the ones that Congress enacts because
Right.
they have the right under the Constitution to do that. But it's nice to see somebody reading the Constitution.
Where does the tariff money go?
Well, I mean, it's primarily gone to higher prices. So I would
no, I
say
mean when they get tariff money, where
When
does
they
it
get
go?
when they get the tariff money, where does it go?
Well, the money. I'm trying to think that through. How would the tariff? Well, it would go to higher. It would just increase prices, is what it would do. So it would actually go to the people that you got the tariffs on. I think, wouldn't it?
What?
Because you put a tariff on something, so it costs more. So they increase the price, so you pay twice as much for wood than you did. So it would all basically end up with the people that are paying it, so that they could pay it. But beyond that, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people
So-
who are paying for like clothing, if it was coming from overseas, you would get a bill from FedEx.
Yeah.
And in
Really?
order for it to get,
Yeah.
in order
Oh,
for
yeah.
it to get delivered, so they would say you owe an additional $75. So you've already paid, let's say you ordered from Zara UK, and you already paid Zara UK $150 for your dress. But then because it came directly from the UK, you then would get a bill from FedEx or DHL or whatever saying you owe an additional $75 for
Okay,
tariffs.
so the $75 goes back to the seller of the item. Is that what you're saying, Michael? That it's really
well,
just
that's where it would start with the increased price, but from there,
well, it
I
doesn't
don't
make
know.
any sense. Why have a tariff if you're just paying back the people that you're taking it from? I don't understand
It goes
at
back to
all.
the U.S. though, because it's basically the tariffs that we get stuck with the tariff, not the actual manufacturer, because it goes to the U.S. eventually, but everyone has to
Theoretically,
raise
yeah.
prices. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's increased prices of it comes out of the consumer. So the idea that it somehow helps people, there's a bunch of businesses that had to go out of business because they couldn't handle it, because they couldn't get product at all, or they couldn't pay for product.
Yeah.
A lot of small businesses just closed up shop because of the tariffs, because they said, I can't supply my business. Because they would have to front an additional, let's say their supplies cost $60,000 that they got from overseas. They were getting hit with like an additional $15,000, $20,000 in tariffs. And they're like, I don't have the money for this because the tariffs came so quickly, they couldn't plan ahead. We're talking about like small mom and pop shops.
Right.
So
I mean,
it's-
like, I fully support as much domestic production as possible. I think we export way too much. But you can't just be like, snap your fingers and make it so, because then,
Right.
and I mean, it's the same for any policy. That's what the government's been doing lately. There's been a lot of these green energy things. They're like, surprise, we're shutting down all our power plants. Deal with it, people. And it's like,
Right.
But-
I agree. Coal is not a great thing to burn for power, but you got to give people time to figure it out. You can't just be like,
Right.
tomorrow your power's gone. Deal with it.
I know,
Right.
and
And
everybody
especially for a
across the-
very small business where you have to really plan financially
Yeah,
month to
years
month. That's
ahead.
completely unfair.
Especially because these tariffs, just like you said, came out of nowhere. They were
Yeah.
just imposed. They're imposed overnight. But the best thing is we got a shiny new bauble or butterfly that's come up. Is they're now going to release the UFO files?
Oh, yeah,
Where
that's
they're gonna
right.
get a bunch of ET and UFO files.
We're
to
gonna
us
get aliens?
distracted.
Yep, we're gonna get aliens.
Why not?
Yeah, well,
Yep. Gotta
Obama's.
have the distraction.
Someone was interviewing Obama, and he said something out of context about like there are aliens, and people were like, oh, "Obama knows about the aliens," and what he
Oh,
meant
yeah,
was
they did.
what he meant was
Yep.
the universe
Yep.
is so big that there's got to be aliens. But
Right.
it sounded like what he was saying was, "I know something that you don't." So now everyone's talking about
Yep.
aliens, and Trump is like, "I actually can declassify these things because I am Donald Trump and I am powerful." So now we're
Why
gonna
not
get that going.
declassify it? Why not? I mean, if there's aliens running around, people should know.
Oh, and if there's nothing in there, why keep it classified? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know why they classify so much of this garbage.
It's just
so
default
stupid.
classified. I think it stays that way, and if there's no reason to like go through the paperwork of declassifying it, then why bother?
Well, I think the original theory was that there were some security concerns with our defense on how we knew how to keep aliens out of here. That I think was the original theory behind why they were keeping alien stuff quiet, but I don't know.
I think
So-
I don't feel like we
Alien
hear enough
takeover.
about aliens anymore.
John-
Like National Enquirer kept aliens in business
Yeah.
for a long
Oh, yeah.
time. Remember that?
Oh, that's right. They really did. They always had photos.
Yeah, like always like weird shaped heads.
Yep.
Well, they did the autopsy in New Mexico, but they got John Fetterman on now praising it, so we know it must be a crazy idea. So,
John is an odd guy, isn't he?
He's a
Very
super odd
strange.
duck.
I've never talked to him, never met him, talked to him, anything, but I just look at him and was like, man, I grew up with a lot of people just like you, pal.
he's a hell of a dresser.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he dolls up. There's no question
He's got
about
his
that.
shorts in
Yeah.
Congress.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, this whole situation, I like the fact that the American people have a voice. I don't care which side it comes down on. If the American people want something, they should get it because they're paying for everything, right?
No,
I don't care if
yeah, I
it's-
mean,
I don't
that's
care
what elections
politically.
are. Yeah, that's what elections are. But
But I mean,
you know,
voting on these other things as well. It's just serve the people. What
Yeah.
you know, it's not to battle this party or that party. Serve the people. Why is
Yeah.
that so hard?
well, you've got a problem anytime one of the branches doesn't do their job or secedes
Yep.
power to another branch.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know, if they're not doing their job, then we're not following the Constitution, and it's not set up the way it's supposed to work.
Well, it also seems like there's just so much overreach in every aspect of your life now that
Well,
how are
that's
they
true.
ever going to agree on anything?
Right. And
Pretty
then you've got
much
lobbyists, serving Congress with like, I'll donate
Money,
to your
money.
campaign.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
It's not
We
exactly.
got some money.
God, it just this when I was a little kid growing up, obviously very poor. So it was just a given that we were Democrats, because most poor people did turn to the Democratic Party back in those days, right after World War II and all that. But I just remember, all this stuff. People would vote for this guy, that guy, whatever. Not a lot of women. Matter of fact, I don't think there were any women in office back then. But it was never, oh, your guy sucks. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it didn't used to be so contentious.
I mean, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she was
you
on the
had the
Supreme Court in
Congresswoman-
1776, right?
Okay, which one of you wants to talk first?
Right.
Well, I said what I was going to say.
Well, I didn't hear you. Oh, did you say it again?
we're talking
moment's
over
passed.
each other.
Well, the problem is StreamYard. Like we in the studio can hear everyone when they talk, but sometimes on your end, the way that StreamYard works, it makes it like it'll duck us in the studio, so you can't hear us. Yeah, it's not great. That's why, actually, I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show yet, but the studio cut thing I do. So if you go to YouTube, the YouTube channel, there's the live video, but there's also a thing I do called the studio cut, which uses the studio audio that I record in here, which is much, much higher quality. So if you go to the videos tab rather than the live tab, I mean, I guess if you're watching this live, it's probably a little too late for you anyway. But if you want to get the much higher quality audio, then there you go. Look for the studio cuts on our YouTube channel because it'll sound way better. The live audio is awful. I hate it.
And
But
for the low
Really?
price of $1,000 a month.
that's right. You have to subscribe.
Always
like
a
and
price
subscribe.
to it.
What were you going to say, Michael?
What were we talking? I don't remember.
I don't
I
either.
forget.
Eat your blueberries.
Eat your blueberries.
Yeah, I don't think it was a blueberry thing. I just think we got off on that whole discussion about how to get higher quality audio.
Yep.
So you're right, Andy. It does make a difference when I'm on StreamYard versus when I'm there.
Yeah.
On when the issue is someone talking over each other, you actually do hear everybody then.
Yeah, in here it doesn't sound like a problem at all, ever. So we're never like, oh, I can't believe people are talking. It just sounds like a conversation from here.
We got 2 more minutes with Kristen. What do you got, Kristen? Big weekend.
I know. I just want to say we lost Eric Dane yesterday.
Yeah.
I think we had talked a lot about his battle with ALS. He was 53, known, of course, for being McSteamy on Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah.
And he plays the dad on Euphoria. He will be a part of the next season of Euphoria. He filmed that, of course, ahead of his death. And he was in Amazon's Countdown. That was probably his last major new series. But he filmed a last interview, and Netflix dropped it today.
Wow.
So, and that was done ahead of time. It was kind of pre-planned, kind of as his last interview. So if anyone wants to see it, but I think we all can agree that ALS is just such a cruel disease. He has 2 young daughters that he leaves behind who are 15 and 14. They're very young. So I know. So he will be missed.
Terrible.
Yeah, and I saw him because I went to the Countdown premiere. See, he told everyone in April 2025 that he had ALS, and so I saw him either late April or early May. And his decline was significant. Like you could see it even in person then. Yeah. And he was supposed to appear at a benefit at the end of January, and he bowed out. So I guess his decline was very, very rapid between the end of January and now.
Yeah, ALS is a lot like Parkinson's, or some people can live with it for a long time and have very small symptoms, and some people it just goes turbo. It's just a scary thing.
It really is. It affects everyone so differently. But as the chat's saying, lots of Hollywood death lately, but a lot of young, unexpected passings. Even though, James Van Der Beek, yes, he had cancer, or same with who am I thinking of from Home Alone and Schitt's Creek?
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara, thank you. Catherine O'Hara. I mean, I think a lot of people, we didn't know that she also had cancer. So, but just incredibly sad. So, just lots of losses.
Yeah, that's the way to close it out.
Cheer.
I know, but I feel like it was Eric Dane really, I think a lot of people were probably aware of the death and just wanted to mention that the Netflix interview is there.
Okay.
How was Traders last night? Do you know?
I watched it. Did you watch it?
I have not watched it yet.
I will not.
And next week's the final.
Next week's the finale and the reunion. And last night was incredibly frustrating. That's what I will just say. I'm not going to say anything else, so I won't spoil it for you. And if anyone missed not only the American hockey team winning gold, go back and watch it on Peacock, as well as women's figure skating. That was an absolute delight, that freestyle program.
And you only have to watch like the last 5 minutes of the game. The rest of it doesn't matter.
Yes. Women's, I would say watch the last 2 sections. So the last 12 skaters is probably, if you want to see something uplifting and happy, those are the good things.
It is a good thing. I like that a lot. And we will see you and talk to you on Monday.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks a lot. Kristen Burt, Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Michael, you're staying with us. Oh,
Looks like Michael's going places.
Flailing about.
No, I'm just going. I'll be right back.
Okay. We will be right back, too, as a matter of fact, because what's that Hunyuk's name? Lamo?
Yes,
What is it?
Mr. Lamers.
Exactly it.
That's right.
He's never heard that,
I'm sure never in his life was he ever called
No,
Lamers.
that's the first time. All right, we'll be right back with Timmy. Right up to this. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget, and now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Let's take a second to talk about my bank, North American Banking Company. As a business owner, you're always looking for opportunities to grow, and that's where North American Banking Company can help. Their business banking team offers tailored solutions, whether you're expanding your team, opening a new location, or upgrading equipment. Because they're locally owned, loan decisions are made right here in the Twin Cities, which means faster approvals and more flexibility to meet your needs. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, why not bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Visit nabanco.com to learn more.
What is going on?
I really hope you guys heard that.
Did you hear that?
No.
Did you hear that?
Dad finished the commercial and Jude lets out this terrific snort.
Oh.
Honest to God, I go,
Snorry snort.
Mike Bilski's bank. Big
It
snore.
was perfectly timed.
Yeah, thanks, Jude.
Judy.
I'll be hearing from Bilski on that one.
Tim Lamers.
Here he is.
Lamers. checking
Lamers
in.
is here.
Should I have Mike do my intro since he's
Oh, yeah.
he's the guy?
Tim Lammers knows everything and all sorts of things that are going on in entertainment, especially with movies.
No, I wanted to do your sponsorship line.
Oh,
That's what I thought too, but you know.
But I appreciate the thoughts.
Oh, he's not doing it?
Like, apparently, you're going to have to, Tommy.
Let's see, there's some
Bradshaw
guy.
and Bryant, MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com.
There you go.
There we go.
That works.
Tim, I
can't
watched
hear
something
Tom at all, so I don't know
fascinating
what's going
last
on there.
night.
He can't hear me. Why can't he hear me?
I can hear you.
No.
I can't hear him, though.
Mike can't hear me.
You can't
Can
hear
not hear
Tom
me
and
at all?
Catherine?
What?
Nope.
Oh, that's weird.
All of a
Well,
sudden.
you can't hear Catherine either?
You must have it. Then you can hear Tim.
You can hear me, though.
I can hear Tim. I can hear Studio, but I can't hear those guys.
That's
That is
super
very
weird. Try leaving
seem
and coming
possible.
back. It seems
Okay.
to do that sometimes.
Okay, Andy, when you faked him out by leaving, coming back, just block him.
So
He leaves.
I watched something that I've never watched before.
I gotta hear this.
Spent speed skating.
You watch speed skating.
I did, and I learned so much about blades and boots, and
Fascinating.
I was like, this might be the most boring sport.
Yeah.
You know, you
Sorry.
need to cure yourself of that, watch a comedy called Blades of Glory
Blade
Oh,
of
yeah,
Glory.
That's
Okay.
that's a good.
with the famed Iron Lotus move, which basically it's a figure skaters, a pair of figure skaters, and the guy does some sort of flip, and he ends up cutting off his partner's head.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's good.
It's funny. It's funny. Craig
it's
D.
funny.
Nelson.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a Will Ferrell movie.
That's
John
old.
Heater.
It's old.
Napoleon
Yeah.
Dynamite. Yeah, it's been on a long time, but
Yeah.
I still make me laugh. Talking about Blades of Glory, Mike.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I got a guy's ear off once with my skate.
Oh,
Yikes.
Good
oh.
gracious.
Did it get
Oh, my
sewn
God.
back on? Was it okay?
Yeah, I got sewn back on. It kept a little bit of it on. His girlfriend was very upset, but yeah, he fell on my skate and it just cut his whole most of his ear off. It was gross.
Holy
I
God!
can
So
imagine.
he fell on. Okay, yeah, so that must have been still a weird sort of
Yeah,
situation.
I kicked out, and his head came down and just like guillotined. Which thank God it wasn't like his throat or something.
Yeah, it can kill people.
Well, yeah, now they have to
It
wear.
has.
I have nephews that are in hockey that are young, and they have to wear
Oh, they absolutely should, yeah.
throat guards
Well, that
or whatever,
started
so they
with
don't
that.
get.
Did the guy play for the Penguins that died with the?
Yeah.
neck?
Got his got his throat
Carotid
slit.
artery?
Yeah.
oh God.
And that was
Yeah.
like just a year or two.
A year or two ago, yeah.
Yeah.
And now they
Put that
all
artery.
have to wear neck guards.
In the NHL?
That's a good idea.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, they should.
Even kids do too now. Like everybody that plays hockey, I'm
think
pretty sure
that's
has
a
to wear a neck
Great idea.
guard.
So they do wear neck guards. See, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I love. It's been a long time since I've been to an NHL game, but they do make them wear neck guards as well now.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yes.
Let's see.
All right, I want to do something here before we launch into what you want to talk about and all the rest of it, if you don't mind.
No.
Having you guys both on together, it's a nice little situation, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, I just
absolutely.
wanted to make sure, you got a nice little balance there, and actually, you did see Michael adjusted his seat now, so he's sitting straight up. And were you were like a little beach area there, or what?
Yeah, you look very comfortable.
Isn't San
It
Diego?
is
You looked
a
very
shitty
comfortable.
It's a little shitty hotel along the beach.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sure, I'm absolutely guaranteed somebody died in this room. I'm guessing that there's been drugs in this room. It's one of those shitty beach hotels.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ladies and
Better
gentlemen.
than being in shitty Minnesota right now. Though.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's true,
today
too.
is good. A couple days ago sucked. That unexpected snowstorm sucked.
I know, it was a major storm.
Well,
Crazy.
at least it covered up all the disgusting brown ice that was left from when it was warm those 5 days.
Always
Now it
look
looks
on the
pretty
bright
again.
side of life.
It is pretty outside, I gotta say.
It's a lot prettier now than it was before a snowstorm.
good.
Yep.
That's true.
Snow is pretty.
So what has everybody else seen lately besides
Oh.
skating, Catherine?
I did want you guys to talk about this because I know that Michael's seen it all, and you do, great representation of all these shows and all the rest of it. Episode, was it 10 or 11, Catherine,
I don't know.
last night? Is either episode 10 or episode 11 of Landman?
The
Holy
last one.
God, what a great episode that was.
No, there's one more.
yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, there's one more left. It wasn't the final.
Yeah.
Or the
Oh,
finale. I mean.
really? You
Yeah.
haven't?
That
haven't
would be
finished
9 because I think there's only 10 in the season.
Okay, so it must be 9.
Okay, it must be 9. Yeah. I'm
So-
telling you, the acting was wonderful.
I do love-
Very well written.
Billy Bob's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that means you haven't seen the last one where they create the company.
No.
Nope, not yet.
Where-
They're talking
when
about
the
the
lawyer
company.
confronts the people that arrest Jacob Laughlin's character, is Cooper.
Oh,
That
Right,
because
to
Cooper,
me is
yeah.
a stellar scene. And finally this show is getting recognition. It was
Yeah.
nominated, the cast, and this is a big deal. Emmys is one thing, but the cast was nominated for Best Ensemble by the Screen Actors Guild.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
Finally. Because talk about a show that gets zero recognition. That
Right,
absolutely
right.
should be getting recognition.
Yep.
I mean, it's amazing to me that I could see a show like well, mayor of Kingstown, yes, Tulsa King, Lioness. I'm not even bringing in Yellowstone and all that sort of stuff, but think
Yep.
of all these great shows, and then for Landman to come along and just, to me, elevate everything.
I
is
agree.
amazing. It's just amazing to me.
Billy Bob's great. He's just a really hell of an actor.
He's so good.
He does great. He does great in it. The only thing is, I think of all of Taylor's shows, it's probably the worst written women of all time of all of his shows.
Well, you know, we sort of talked about this, and Catherine, you mentioned it it might have been the last time we talked. Yes, you have the mother and the daughter who are just a nightmare.
Phenomenal.
But at the same time, you have Rebecca the lawyer who mows everybody down.
Right.
So, you know, there's some really bad, but then yet there's some stellar, you know, she is such of a terrific actor, and I can't believe that this really is her first big role. She's been in other things. I'm trying to think what her name is. But she plays Rebecca the lawyer. My God, is she terrific.
Well,
Yeah, she's really good.
How about the new roommate for the daughter?
Oh, the stripper. Yeah.
He's a trans stripper.
Oh, that one.
No.
No, not a stripper.
You're talking about the
We're mixing them
roommate.
up. Yeah.
I'm talking about
the guy
the
that's giving
roommate.
physical therapy to Sam Elliott. And then you're going to see something different. It's been regarding Michelle Randolph, the daughter, her character.
Yeah.
There's a big turn in 10 that I didn't see coming, but I thought it was really terrific the way they handled that situation. Because
Are you talking about her roommate from
Yeah,
Minnesota,
yeah, with
from
the roommate.
Minneapolis?
Oh, of
I'm
course.
like, couldn't
Yeah.
have picked a better city for it.
Oh my God, yeah. You know, but they went about it in not an ass kissing way, but what
Not
they did
at
in
all.
episode 10 was a very realistic and very human thing.
Yes.
that happened.
Yep.
And so I'm trying to talk around it. If you didn't see that 10
Right.
field
Yeah.
where they were at cheerleader camp, you didn't see that episode.
Yep.
Yeah. What happens there is really terrific.
That's the last one we just watched was the cheerleader.
Okay, then I
episode.
think. Oh, okay, where she sticks up for her,
Yes.
Yep.
the non-binary roommate.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was terrific.
Yep.
You know, it's just humans protecting. You know, standing up for other humans. You know.
Well, how'd you like to walk into a room? I don't want to hear any music.
Oh, yeah.
You can't cook anything.
You can't
I
make
don't want you
noise.
singing. I don't want any noise. How
Can't
many
bring
more
anybody
rules you
in.
got?
Yeah, it's like it's all about me.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was really an interesting thing that came about, and I know. I'm wondering if that, you know, if you think about this season, there is going to be another season.
Yeah.
Whether they're going to go into that whole thing with her being away at college, because obviously the mom didn't take that too well,
She's not
knowing that
taking it well
her
at
little
all.
girl has gone away. But I don't know. It really, even if you haven't seen the last episode, it really sets it up for an interesting situation with Andy
Yeah.
Garcia's character.
Oh,
Who
what a great
another
character.
terrific actor.
Oh, yeah. Really good.
Well, I wonder if they're going to totally drop the Demi Moore side of this, or
Yeah.
if they're going to show her,
Oh,
you
that's a
know,
good point.
fail. You know, that because you still have the connection between the lawyer and her boyfriend, the gas guy, and you still have Garcia with both. So you could keep them together, but it seems like it'd be a lot easier to just drop that storyline altogether.
I have a feeling that the next season will be about poaching employees and all that kind of
You'll-
stuff. I think.
10 will answer that for you, Catherine.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll know after 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really what a great series though, and truly a
Yep.
great ensemble. And Sam Elliott to me just tops it off. I just
Oh,
love
the
Sam Elliott.
best.
Yeah.
I interviewed him one time.
Yeah, you were telling us about
Does he
the.
talk like a cowboy?
But he, honest to God. So, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest on the show today, a great actor, blah, 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 blah. But when he goes, "Are you the host of the show?" I said, "Yes, I am the host of the show." "What the hell do you want to talk about?" I'm like, I didn't book it. I don't know. I'm just doing my job here. But he was just bullshit. He's just being a smart ass. He's a really, really good guy.
We had
Andy
a,
I
Garcia.
watched the documentary on his life. I mean, it's really an
Yep.
interesting path he took, and I'm trying to think who they were comparing him to. in his younger years. But it's pretty interesting. You know, he married Catherine Ross
Oh my
from
God.
Butch Cassidy. The
Oh, yeah.
irony is that he actually had a role in Butch Cassidy, but
Really?
he didn't meet her there. He met her like 8 years after that or something.
What did he do in Butch Cassidy?
And it was a small role. It was a really small role, and you know, the guy. Look, he was born to play a cowboy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So
I do have to say, Billy Bob Thornton needs to eat a sandwich.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honest to God. It's like you don't have an ass at all. These jeans are just like, if it weren't for a belt, you couldn't keep any pants on.
yeah, that is pretty much the most noticeable thing.
Well,
He's
he's not a
skinny.
big guy anyway.
No, but he's so thin.
But what's really interesting in losing Robert Duvall here
I
this
love
past week is that he and Billy Bob were very close.
Oh, yeah.
And you go back to movies like The Apostle, and they show a clip from The Apostle with Billy Bob. Billy Bob weighed a lot more than he almost didn't even look like the Billy Bob that we know today. But Duvall loved the guy, and in fact, he loved his writing and everything. He called him the hillbilly Orson Welles.
That's a pretty good line,
Where is
actually.
Billy Bob from? I mean, it's got to be somewhere.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas.
Billy Bob.
Yeah. Do you think,
Yeah.
Tim? Do you think The Apostles one of the best movies Duvall ever made? That was a great movie for
It really
his
was.
work.
And in fact, so I interviewed him 3 times. The first time was for The Apostle.
Yeah.
So can you imagine going in a situation like this? I'm already like over the moon, and I'm talking with, you know, Tom Hagen from The Godfather.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he comes about with not only, you know, starring in the thing, but he wrote and directed it as well. Was nominated for a Best Actor Oscar. That's the travesty. I mean, he did win for Tender Mercies.
That's
but
right.
for a movie like he could have won. He was nominated 7 times. He could have won 7 times.
Yeah.
But The Apostle is just, it really is an amazing movie. And so have you seen it, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
Catherine?
Oh.
Did you guys see it? I know Mike was saying he saw it, but did you see The Apostle with Duvall?
I think so. How old is it?
Oh, it's in the
About
late
10 years.
90s.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
is it
we
that?
definitely-
Wow, it's that old? Really?
Yeah.
Rewatch it again because I don't remember anything about
That
it.
was over almost 30 years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I thought 10 maybe.
Charlie from Albuquerque says Farrah Fawcett's in The Apostle.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know. If I
Here's
saw
the
it.
interesting situation with that one. Now, you got to remember that Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal were together at
That's
one
right.
point.
They were.
And Bill Carlson sent me on a junket for that one, and that's how I interviewed Duvall in Los Angeles. And there was another movie called Zero Effect with Ben Stiller that was junketing as well. Ryan O'Neal was supposed to be there for interviews for that, and Farrah was supposed to be for interviews for The Apostle. Farrah dropped out, Ryan dropped out. I wonder why that is. I think they were split at the time. But I was kind of bummed because I thought, well, you know, I never talked with Farrah Fawcett, you know, obviously ever, never before that, and certainly not after. Ryan O'Neal, I mean, you know, big names. But yeah, she plays his wife in The Apostle.
Yeah.
And she wants to leave him, and this leads him to coming to a baseball game where she's at and her boyfriend is at. And he does something with a baseball bat that he shouldn't have, Robert Duvall's character.
Oh Jesus!
And that then he's on the run and he's a fugitive, and he ends up in a bunch of smaller towns in the South, and he starts preaching the gospel over radio.
Yep.
So you'll like that, Tom. Nice radio angle.
Oh, absolutely, no question.
So yeah. So the question is, can he outrun the law forever and maintain this new persona of his, because he is really becoming popular as this radio preacher, and then eventually he appears in public as a preacher. And that's where you get people like Billy Bob Thornton in there, and I don't know if you remember this, Mike. Walton Goggins has a small role in that one as well.
Love Walton Goggins.
Who did he play?
He's just a parishioner Who
Is that
you know,
when they had when they were doing the snakes?
it's been so long since I've seen it.
Okay.
I just remember seeing him at the end. Just you could just tell that he was enamored with what Duvall was doing. Not that big of a role, but a sizable enough. I mean, that's the interesting thing about Walton Goggins. He's been around for decades. All of a sudden now he's everywhere. I mean, he's really stepped into leading man territory. And then he's doing the Walmart commercials and all these other commercials, and it's great. I love it. I love the success that this guy is having. But for years, this guy was really he was a character actor, second tier character actor. Sort of guy you would recognize, but you don't know his name, and all of a sudden he's there. So yeah, he's in The Apostle.
We'll take a quick break. Be right back in just a few ticks. Get it? Few ticks.
Few ticks.
There's a cruise I've been hearing about from my friends at Heart of the North Tour. Sounds amazing to me. It's the Alaska Cruise Tour. Well, what's a cruise tour? It's a tour that features a cruise that includes a 7-day Princess Cruise Tour, the glaciers, combined with glass-topped railway experience, and multiple nights at Denali Wilderness Lodge, including, by the way, Denali Wilderness Lodge. I've seen it. I've actually been indoors. I've never stayed there, but I've been in the building. It's beautiful. Denali Wilderness Lodge, including the land meal package. You'll visit Denali National Park, Whittier, Hubbard Glacier, it's Glacier Bay National Park, as a matter of fact, and stop at Anchorage, Juneau, Skagway, and Ketchikan. For more information, go to heartofthenorthtour.com. That's heartofthenorthtours.com, or call 1-833-424-2700 to speak to Mike, who is a pro at arranging these amazing tours. Catherine and I will be going with you in August, as a matter of fact. Looking forward to that. It all happens August 8th through the 19th, and there are limited spots available, so book now. It's a trip of a lifetime that you won't want to miss.
Sure can tell the difference between a movie reviewer and me. I'm like, I could watch a movie 10 times and not be able to recite a plot the way you can after you haven't seen something in 20 years.
My memory is my blessing and my curse. I mean, I tell people, I remember everything, but I also remember all the bad stuff too.
Yep.
We had a question in the chat earlier. Charlie wanted to know why Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is back in theaters.
Probably because of an anniversary.
Oh, he said the anniversary. Let's see if I can. He said the anniversary was like 2 years ago. Yeah, let's see. Came out in 2004, so it must be the 20th.
That is strange.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, part of the problem is, well, first of all, we're in a part of year where you have some holdover award season stuff that is finally expanding, but you're not getting a lot of new big 3,000, 4,000 screen releases.
Yeah.
So theaters just got to plug in something.
Yeah.
I mean, out in my way, you got like the St. Michael Cinema. You have a wide variety of things and films, a lot of smaller independent ones, but also, some, what do they call them? Catalog titles. So it just could be that somebody decided to show it in his area or something. I don't know why you would otherwise.
Huh.
Generally it's an anniversary sort of thing, because now, the big movies that are coming up are movies, we've never seen a plot like this before. Scream 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
When is Scream Part last? Right now?
Scream Part. What was that movie when I said, God, I hope that's blah, blah, blah.
Friday the 13th Part last?
Yeah, Friday the 13th.
Or Halloween. It was
Halloween Part last. Okay.
Never
so
remakes.
Luckily, this week I was able to catch a new. It just came out on Wednesday, and I'm curious what your thoughts are about this guy. Just the little I've seen of him, but just because I never really had interest in Hell's Kitchen and the way in the spots, it's like Gordon Ramsay treating everybody like crap.
Yeah, that's correct. Yep.
It's like, okay, yes, it's reality and it's an act. But there's this new documentary series on Netflix called Being Gordon Ramsay.
It's
God. 6 episodes. It has totally changed my mind about the guy.
Really?
Yeah, it's really amazing. Now, it's not, I was hoping for more of a documentary where we got into, okay, this is where he came from. These are people he grew up with, blah, blah, blah. You don't really get that. But what you do get is it's kind of like a giant commercial for his new restaurant venture in London, where he's in the second tallest building, at the top of the second tallest building in London.
Jeez.
Right.
And in the 22 weeks leading up to it, and he's got $25 million invested in the thing. It's a make or break sort of situation. But what I do admire about the guy is you do see him at home, and you see how he is such of a family man. He's been with his wife forever, probably 30 years. They got 6 kids. And, you see him in that sort of situation where he's acting normal. It's like, God, I really kind of like this guy. And then you get to the behind the scenes stuff with why he is the way he is, why he's competitive, why he says the F-bomb every other word. He's very smart business wise.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's interesting. It didn't take me long into this thing to say, you know what? I went from kind of despising the guy, not really watching a lot, but despising what I knew of him, to really liking him. So I don't know. I mean,
Well, he's definitely built an empire.
Yeah, he sure has.
he really has. And he came from nothing. That's the other thing. This guy, I mean, and you do get some of the stories back from when he was growing up. He did come from nothing, and he was actually a professional soccer player prior
didn't know
to
that.
He was?
doing this. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, first of all, did anybody here watch Hell's Kitchen?
I've seen some episodes.
I mean,
Not a
what
lot.
were your thoughts of him then? And I don't know, maybe he gave off some of his human side that I certainly never had seen this side of him before this docuseries.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same feeling that he's really ugly in that, and I don't know, I don't like watching that.
Yeah, I had no desire at all, and then I thought, okay, if this is going to give us another side, show us that other side.
Yeah.
Because to me, prior to this, I mean, if you talk about guys that really brought hatred into people's living rooms, it was him and Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hated how, and again, yes, it's an act, but some of these people are vulnerable that come in there and are bad, and they know he's bad, and they basically bring them in there to make fun of them singing. And I never saw humiliation as entertainment.
No.
Yeah.
It's a different situation with the Hell's Kitchen, I mean, those people are there for a reason, etc. But still, the guy, just the flagrant verbal abuse that he'd give to these people is like, oh my God. So watch this series. You're gonna have a different perspective of him. And again, I'm curious to see if once anybody watches it, what they think about it.
Okay.
One of the same things that along the same lines is, I didn't know that. Do you know that anybody who goes on Shark Tank is required to sit with a therapist for a half an hour?
Huh.
No.
No, you have to go in a therapist, because the ones who get turned down, it's such a psychological thing that's part of the show. So,
Well, think about it. I mean, that's their idea. I mean, and to get to that point, you got to believe they invested a lot of time and money into what they're doing, to only be told by these three. Is it 3 people
3 or
on the
4,
floor?
5. I think it's 5. isn't it?
5?
Yeah, there's a lot
But
of
to
them.
be told by, this thing. What isn't the idea that you want to get one of them to invest in it? Is that
That's
At
or
least one,
combined
yeah.
invest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
okay?
Well, how about what Catherine did to me many years ago when we went swimming down
Did you go to a
Puerto Rico,
therapist?
or where was it?
No.
And
If only.
what do you mean no?
Puerto Rico? Never been
I don't know
there.
where you've been to Puerto Rico.
No. But okay,
Anyway,
keep going.
in any case, you just try to distract me. I know that's what you're doing.
She pulled your shorts down or something?
What? No.
what's-
You said you
No.
went swimming in Puerto Rico.
That was
There
in
were
a
like-
lake
Where's
up
this
north.
going?
No. There were 10 of us in the water. We went out on a boat. They took us out on a boat. There were like 10 of us in the water. And I came up and looked around, and all of a sudden, I was the only one in the water.
Oh, that was Cayman Islands.
What was it, Cayman Islands? Okay. So I'm the only one left in the water. I'm like, hey, this is
Tried to
great.
tell
All the
ya.
rest of it. All 9 of them, shark. A
Oh
shark
my
was following
God.
me around.
No,
I'd have never
we're
seen it.
snorkeling, and I see this very large shark. I have never seen a shark that large in real life, other
Great.
than at an aquarium, and it was not too far behind Tom. And I'm trying to make gestures through my mask, and I'm going like this, and he looks around. He's like,
Oh,
okay, it's beautiful here. I'm like, no, up, go up. And I'm like trying to look scared through the goggles. Ah! Trying. And
So,
I guess
Catherine, go ahead.
anyway, so he stays in the water. I go up, and I'm like yelling shark, and some people jump in to look at the shark.
Oh,
yeah, they jumped in
And
to look at the shark.
they were spearfishing for our lunch, and they were cleaning the stuff off and throwing it overboard.
Oh no!
And here's this big shark, and
Well,
I'm like,
that's
my
what the
husband's
shark
going to be
wants.
lunch for this shark
Yeah.
The
instead
shark doesn't
of
want the
a
pee.
chum
Your
that you're
husband's gonna
throwing
be
in.
chum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but he did not get bitten or anything
it's
like
fine.
that.
So
So
he ate it
it's
all.
all good.
So, Catherine, when you're going like this, were you looking at the shark, pointing at
Yes.
Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Get
look
'em.
behind
Get
you.
That's not what Michael's
I know.
saying.
I get it. We should have had a safe, like a gesture, like shark.
Yeah.
I should have one.
Tom,
I
Tom,
guess.
you were almost in Sharknado part last.
That's right.
Sharknado.
Sharknado Park.
Yeah,
Sharknado
it was
Park.
a big
last.
shark, and the fact that people wanted to jump in when they were
They did.
putting fish guts
I-
over the. I don't understand it. No, thank
Oh.
you.
So it was the shark that almost pulled down your shorts and the bottom half of your body
Well,
altogether.
I did that
Help.
to
From
you
the
at
top half.
all of you and all of your brothers were in a lake somewhere, and you basically all had the same body type.
You do.
And
Oh, and she laughs.
it's
you
true.
couldn't tell one
There's
from
some
the other.
support.
You couldn't tell one from the
was-
other.
that
So,
was,
and I'm like swimming around, and I think I'm going to be funny and pull down your shorts while I pull down Todd's. Your
Whoops.
brothers.
Whoops.
I was mortified.
Other than that,
I'm
Well,
still
that's
embarrassed
Lake
over that.
Charlotte, wasn't it?
It was up north somewhere. I
Lake
don't remember.
Charlotte.
Well, if
on a-
anybody's going
just
to
outside-
be okay with that, it would be Todd. He would be like, "What
That's
are
true.
you doing?"
That's
Yeah, Todd like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
That's all.
I probably didn't notice.
Yeah, maybe not.
No question about it. Ah, that's great memories, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for,
Talking about
correct?
sharks, and now we get Lake Charlotte. Yep.
Sharks, Charlotte, you know.
We're
Yeah,
running
So
but-
apart from Catherine watching speed skating, is anybody else watching the Olympics?
Oh, yeah. the
Dan
hockey
and my
game was
children's
great.
entire life is the Olympics. So
I watched a little bit of figure skating. Unfortunately, the U.S. person ended up in 6th or 7th because she had a fall.
No,
Yeah.
can't do that.
No.
And
Actually, essentially-
curling's been good.
Oh, isn't Canada getting investigated for cheating at
Twice,
curling?
yeah.
Double touching? They double touch.
I
yeah,
know.
Double touch.
Sweden had
Really?
like like undercover
Cameras and
reporting.
stuff, yeah.
I know.
Oh,
It's curling
God.
gate. It's
It sure is.
Curling gate.
it's
Really?
yeah.
They're-
And they said we've been suspecting Canada of cheating for years. We're
Really?
finally going to prove it.
Injecting their fingers with steroids?
Yeah, I know. It's like, how much can that really do?
Well, it's like
I
they're
don't-
touching it.
Well-
They're moving the stone when they're like trying to plan what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
And they're like know that there's a camera angle that they can't see if you touch it or not. And so they're like moving it a little bit when they're pretending to be like, oh, what do we do?
Of all the sports, you would never think there would be cheating.
I
and there's
know.
Cheating.
Oh no,
Yeah.
there's always going to
Yeah.
be any Olympic. I mean, these
Yeah.
people dedicate their entire lives to whatever sport they're in the Olympics for, generally. So it just ends up
That's
being a
true.
whole thing.
Yeah, Joe brought up, but did anyone watch the dog in the skiing?
Oh my gosh!
Event?
That first of all, that was not
No.
a dog.
No.
That was a wolf. Like that thing was
Oh.
crazy. Yeah, so Dan told me about it, and he sent me a video, and I was like, this looks like AI. Why are you sending me AI? But he's like, no, this is a real thing that happened. So there's a dog that lived nearby where I think it was biathlon was happening. So where they shoot and ski.
Right.
And the dog lived nearby, and it's like a part husky, part wild dog, wolf. It looks like a wolf. It just looks like a wolf is running around. And it got out because the owner went to go watch the biathlon, and the dog got out and like just was running behind all these cross-country skiers that were skiing in the Olympics, and all of a sudden there's like this wolf dog that's just like "Up-a-doop-a-doo."
Yeah, it's a Czechoslovakian wolfdog
Yeah.
named Nazgul.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
Yaksemash.
Yeah. And they're like, well, it's known to be mischievous. And I'm like, because it's a wild animal. Like, this is not a dog. This is a wild animal.
I'm going to
Why?
bring up a picture of it in a second. Just give me a sec.
And plus, okay, since when did the Czech Republic become Czechia?
I know, it's Czechia now.
Chechia. I thought it was
Is it Czechia?
Well, everybody
Czechia.
says Czechia in like the announcements,
Oh.
like
Well, it's
from
just a shorter.
American.
It's just
yeah.
shorter.
But I'm like, I thought it was the Czech Republic.
Not
Like,
anymore?
What? Yeah,
Nope.
I was like, okay, apparently we're Czechian.
Here's the dog.
Look at that.
Oh
That's a
my
dog?
God.
It's a
Yeah,
wolf
that's a
dog,
big-
so it is literally part wolf, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
And they're like, oh, he
Wow.
gets out all the time and runs around because he's
Crazy dog.
mischievous. And I'm like, no, because he belongs in the wilderness.
Yeah, he wants to run through the forest.
Why?
hunting rabbits.
Yeah, but he's just like running behind these cross-country skiers across the finish line. He's just like boop, boop, boop. Yeah, it was crazy.
Most dogs will take a couple of square meals a day and a nice warm bed over living in
true.
the wild if they're given a
That's true.
choice.
You mean like dogs named Jude? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, Jude wouldn't survive in the wild
They're
for
not dumb.
5 minutes.
No, he would
He'd
not.
eat some random poop of some bird and die.
Oh, he would definitely
Yep.
lick a
Not-
lizard,
Make it.
Eat a
You're
plant.
being
But yeah.
attacked.
Jude.
He would eat a toxic
Judy's
plant
being
within
attacked.
the
I
hour.
love it. Jude's not going to get attacked by another wild animal. He's going to eat some random poop
Yeah.
from some other animal.
Yeah, there
And then
you
die.
go.
Jude's barely
Well,
made it.
there was a poodle that got eaten by a coyote over here.
A coyote?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
there's a golf course with some coyotes, and this woman had her little poodle off the leash, and it saw two of them and decided to chase coyotes. Coyote
Sure.
turned around,
Well,
whack, that was it.
Yep.
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 We have coyote
So-
footprints all along our fence line and all in our woods. You can see their little footprint trails that they kind of like wander on all the time.
Bad coyotes.
My favorite is hearing him yippee at night.
Yeah.
Well, when they
Yeah,
make,
sounds
when
eerie.
we hear them all the time, whether sometimes it's like when they make a kill, there's a lot of sound.
Yep.
And then when sirens are going off, they start howling.
Wasn't it
Yep.
Dan who recorded that video of them attacking a deer? Yeah. And he like yelled at him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. Come right back in just a couple of seconds, and we'll wrap the show up right after this. It's Tom for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Walshire, Alzheimer's. I put them together. I'm going to start this again just for the hell of it, just to serve the people. They're old friends. It's Tom for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities are a place where your loved one that live with pride and dignity. If you care deeply about someone in your life, Wellshire is the place I highly recommend. Wellshire is a memory care focused facility that has a full nursing team, always staffed within the building, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They have never used or relied on any staffing agencies. Wellshire and Medina now accepting elderly waivers after 12 months of private pay. I know them personally, and they are a family-owned local company conveniently located right in Medina and Bloomington. They're the best staff memory care facility in the state. Wellshire has a robust community with activities 7 days a week. If your loved one is in need of a memory care facility, please get in touch with my friends at Wellshire. Set up a tour or learn more at wellshiremn.com. That's WEALSHIREMN.com. We're rocking on, baby.
It does kind of sound like that.
So, Mike, how often you go back to Martha's Vineyard?
Oh, I've been there in forever. Yeah, that wasn't a big spot.
The only reason I bring it up is anybody watching Love Story? John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette.
Oh,
I
no.
thought it's pretty good.
It's sad, obviously. They start with them getting ready for that fateful plane ride. Yeah. But the guy, I mean, the actors look exactly like
really?
JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. The thing that I bring up Martha's Vineyard, and I bring up this whole portrayal of high society in New York. I don't know how you exist in a society like that, because everybody is like looking down their nose at you all the time, even though you have as much money as they do. That part kind of turned me off. I don't know.
Yeah, well, old money's better than new money, and
Yeah. Oh my God.
How did they find anybody that looks like JFK
Well,
and Bassett? Because holy cat, they're good looking people, I'll tell you.
yeah, yeah. The woman that plays Bassett has actually been in a few things, and she's brunette by nature. And some casting director says, you know what? If we had her in blonde hair, she would look a lot like her. Her name is Sarah Pigeon. The guy, never heard of him,
Yeah.
and he didn't even do any acting before this. He was a model, and he looks like JFK Jr. I mean,
who
it
never
is
wore a shirt.
crazy.
That guy, everywhere he went, he didn't wear a shirt.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
didn't
but
know
you
that.
know, again, that family, man, talk about a curse. Holy
Yeah.
God.
Well, they kind of brought it on themselves.
bad karma
mean-
follows you around.
Well, starting with Joe then, or who started
Yeah.
with
Well,
Joe?
Joe was
Joe.
a bootlegger.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a bootlegger. Hey, look, in my family, a Roman Catholic president, are you kidding me? My mother went off the deep end, for God's sake. The guy was a Democrat and a Roman Catholic, so that was, for Toots, that was a very big deal.
And the only one since then, correct me if I'm wrong, is
Biden.
Joe Biden, right?
Yep.
Was he Catholic too?
Yeah, nobody
He was. Or
nobody
he
made
is.
anything about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Not a big
so-
deal, I guess. Not a big deal anymore, I suppose. It's just,
Well, why was it a big deal with JFK?
Well,
I think it was
there
the
was a
first one.
concern about the Pope controlling the country.
Yep.
That he was so Catholic, the Pope would control the country, so they would like kill all the Jews and have all this
Holy God.
it was crazy. Yeah,
It's-
but there were
Catholics have been
pictures,
involved
Tim,
in that so much.
in Rhode Island. There's pictures of John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and the Pope that are all over houses in Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yep.
Wow.
I bet that's true. That's looking back at that now. You brought up JFK. I was just thinking of that era to be a Roman Catholic kid at St. Anne's Parish in North Minneapolis. Holy Christ! You could hear the howling and the crying for about 10 days
After
Oh, God,
his
yeah.
assassination.
Oh, after the assassination.
after the assassination. Yep. Nice Catholic boy gets shot. First Catholic president of the United States gets murdered in the street.
Isn't that amazing
Yeah.
how when somebody used to get assassinated or something back in those days, it was nationally mourned?
I know.
No matter what side of
Yep.
anything. Now everybody's like, yeah, he
Not
had
anymore.
it coming. We don't like him anyway.
Yeah,
No, we're so callous now.
tend to be. All right, any closing words, folks?
Speaking of killing, one of the chatters wanted to know if you've done a review of how to make a killing, Tim.
No, I have not. I couldn't get to a screening of that, so I opted for the Gordon Ramsay this week. So that's with Glenn Powell, who is a great guy, and I like him as an actor. But boy, he's having a hard time. He was in Top Gun Maverick, and then Anyone But You, the one he did with Sydney Sweeney, and since then he's kind of had a tough time having a big blockbuster, and I don't know if this is going to be it or not, but I will see that eventually, and I will talk about it. But my next one next week will be Scream Part Last, hopefully.
Scream part last.
How many
baby.
can they freaking do,
I
man?
know.
Jeez,
You're
I mean,
right.
yes, let's just, they can print money with them. Okay, great. But, don't you realize that this is part of the reason why the movie business is suffering right now? Because you just keep coming back to us with the same.
Yeah.
Oh, a guy in a ghost mask. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's back again. He's back again and again.
Why unplug the cash machine?
Yeah,
I
for real.
guess So,
I mean, people are willing to pay for it. I guess
So,
they're going to
parting words. I've been recommending this when you're talking about Robert Duvall. If you have not seen this movie, absolutely see Secondhand Lions with him and Michael Caine and Haley Joel Osment. It is
Was this
really
when Haley
one of
Joel
his-
runs into one of them in an apartment house or something? Is that how it
No.
starts? That's different.
This is about this young kid who is kind of just shooed away by his mom. Kira Sedgwick, I think, plays his mom, and he goes to live with two old uncles, and so he's raised on a farm with these guys.
Oh,
And
okay.
oh my God, it is just such of a great movie. So yeah, I could recommend The Godfather, and I'll recommend it again, or I could recommend Apocalypse Now. But yeah, Secondhand Lines is the one I've been telling people they got to see to remember Robert Duvall. Honor Robert
Okay.
Duvall.
I've always liked him, Robert.
Oh.
Duvall.
Oh God, yes.
What a great talent!
Where the hell did Michael go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just
His
disappeared.
Screen
Maybe he
went
had to go
black all
I'm
of a
going
sudden.
to find Secondhand Lions.
Okay, let me close it with this. Sorry, but Michael had to poop.
He
Uh-oh.
probably got a call.
Yeah, there you go.
I have one closing bit of wisdom from Ethan from this morning
Oh,
before he
great.
went to
Excellent.
school.
Okay.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Go with
Earth
something.
is stupid because it doesn't have a face.
Well,
What?
there you go.
That's what he
Say
said.
that again.
He said, Earth is stupid because it doesn't have a face.
Okay.
There you have
I
it.
I don't
agree.
know what that meant. Well, Melissa said something about like something on this Earth, and he said, Earth is dumb. And she was like, no, it's not. And he was like, Earth is dumb because it doesn't have a face. And I was like,
4-year-olds.
Oh.
Well, he's
right.
putting the fact that people have brains in a head.
no, I think he just dumb. To him, dumb means thing I don't like.
Yeah.
He calls
Oh,
everything he
yes.
doesn't like dumb. School is dumb. Waking up is dumb. Going to bed is dumb.
Oh.
We've been trying to
Okay.
put the
I
kibosh
agree.
on that, but we have a difficult time getting him to stop calling things dumb.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, we will talk to you guys on Monday.
Okay, have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks.
Toodaloo.
Bye.